Hi everyone, welcome to Lesson 12. Today we focus on meat, poultry, and other animal-derived products. These categories require extremely careful handling because they are subject to strict veterinary, sanitary, and safety controls in Vietnam. For foreign exporters, understanding these requirements is essential before even planning a shipment. Let's take a closer look at what these regulations are and how they affect the viability of exporting meat to Vietnam. Importing meat or poultry into Vietnam is not like importing shelf-stable snacks. There are strict procedures and controls you must follow. All livestock and animal products must meet disease prevention and food safety standards. Every consignment must undergo inspection at the border checkpoint before entering the country. Exporting establishments, such as slaughterhouses or meat processing plants, must be registered and approved by the authorities. Only meat from approved facilities is allowed to enter Vietnam. For each shipment, there will be quarantine and sanitary inspection upon arrival. Frozen meat must be stored in bonded cold storage at the border, inspected by veterinary officers, and tested for pathogens and safety compliance. Only when the test results meet Vietnamese standards will your shipment be cleared. These regulations reflect both national laws and international sanitary measures, meaning your traceability and compliance systems must be transparent and reliable. In short, meat imports receive very strict scrutiny at every stage. Now let's look at the market context. In the first 7 months of 2025, Vietnam imported more than $1 billion worth of meat and meat products. The volume reached hundreds of thousands of tons, showing that domestic supply is not enough to meet consumption needs. There is real demand for imported meat, but it comes with strict regulatory requirements. Only exporters with strong compliance and documentation systems can succeed. If you are considering exporting meat or poultry to Vietnam, here are the key challenges you need to plan for. First, regulatory and compliance risks. Your production facility must be eligible and approved. Every shipment requires accurate veterinary and sanitary certificates, origin documents, and full traceability. Any mistake can lead to delays, rejection, or even destruction of the shipment. Second, logistics and cold chain challenges. Meat requires uninterrupted temperature control from the slaughterhouse to shipping to bonded storage, and finally, to distribution. Any cold chain failure creates spoilage risks and non-compliance. You must also coordinate with approved cold storage facilities at the port. Third, competition and pricing. Imported meat is often more expensive than local meat. You need to target segments willing to pay for safety, quality, and imported standards, such as high-end retail, hotels, restaurants, expatriate markets, and premium consumers. Fourth, long approval time and regulatory uncertainty. Approval of exporting establishments can take years, and rules may change depending on disease outbreaks or new veterinary policies. You need contingency plans and strong information monitoring. Given these challenges, here is the strategy one recommend. Verify your facility eligibility early and register it for approval. Prepare complete documentation, health certificates, origin certificates, and batch-level traceability. Maintain end-to-end cold chain logistics. Target the right market segment, especially premium or frozen wholesale markets. Start with a small shipment to test the process before scaling. Monitor the regulatory environment regularly, and partner with an experienced local importer who understands meat import procedures and can help you navigate inspection and clearance. Based on what I've seen, the most feasible products for export include frozen or chilled meats from approved plants, processed or cooked meat products, and premium meat cuts where consumers are willing to pay for higher quality. In the next lesson, Lesson 13, we will move on to seafood and aquatic product imports. This category shares many similar regulations with meat, but includes additional layers such as aquatic disease control, sanitary requirements, and seasonal considerations. We will explore what exporters need to prepare in order to enter the Vietnamese seafood market. That's it for today's lesson on meat, poultry, and animal-derived products. It is one of the most challenging categories, but for well-prepared exporters with strong compliance and logistics, it can be a rewarding market. See you in the next session.